Hey there trainers, Alakaham here with some more Pokemon video magic, and in today's video I'm going to be showcasing Shadow Walrein. Walrein? It's the thing with the, the tusks and the Einstein here. You know the one. It was recently upgraded on Saturday's Community Day, so I'm going to be talking about that in this video. I had a 3-star Shadow Silo that I had been sitting on for a while. I was able to evolve it during the Community Day, and it turned out pretty nicely. So, if you go on to enjoy the content of this video, of course, I would really love if you could leave a like for me, and if you wanted to leave me a comment to let me know what you think about the video and give me either tips or let me know what you think about the content, I'd love to have your information in the comments so that we can continue to chat and continue building on my little Pokemon Go community here. This is the second time that I've recorded this video because I am working with janky phone recording tech instead of just biting the bullet and buying stuff to help me do it on the computer. So hopefully this turns out okay. I did like this video, so I hope that it turns out to be as enthusiastic the second time around here. And now I'm just wasting time by explaining backstory. So here we go, talking about the actual video. The first couple of battles here are going to be really rough, and I'm including these battles because I thought, hey, sometimes I struggle to come up with a team that's going to be really effective. Sometimes I come up with something that I think is going to be a really good team, and then I realize, oh man, I've overlooked this particular Pokemon or particular type of Pokemon or whatever. And I just try and learn from that and build better teams by reflecting on what's caused me problems in the past and trying to wrap up those kind of loopholes. So that's what you're seeing play out in front of you. In case you could not tell from the video that has been rolling, that entire team loses to Obstagoon. Every Pokemon on the team loses to Obstagoon. So that was rough. We were able to play around that a little bit and beat the Obstagoon, but it's gonna be really tough to try and pull out a win here. And if I had a little more health on that Trevenant, maybe we could have done something. But yeah, it just got farmed down by that Shadow Hypno because, of course, Shadow Confusions hit super hard. And whatever this move is, it is going to completely obliterate the little health that is left on my Walrein. So there you go. Okay, so I'm thinking I need to do something that's going to help me beat Obstagoon. And then I picked Deoxys, which is a psychic type, which loses to dark type moves. So I was probably not in the best headspace there. I was thinking, I will pick a Pokemon that deals super effective damage to Obstagoon, but doesn't take super effective damage from counter, and Obstagoon still has dark type moves. It's not just counter. So yeah, I didn't really learn my lesson. And as we'll see this time, there are more dark fighting types besides just Obstagoon that I've got to look out for. And I'm confident that many of you in your head were already thinking, what do you do when you hit a Scrafty? I just lose. It just tanks the team. I made another mistake here, by the way, in the video that's rolling right now. I promise I'll show you like better matches as we move forward. But hopefully this is kind of comforting to see, like, yeah, a lot of people come up with teams that they think are good, and then they're really not as good as they think they are. But as long as you reflect on the things that have gone wrong, you can probably fill those gaps on your team and come up with better teams and get some wins moving forward, which is what happened here. I should not have switched into the Deoxys there. Should not have. I was thinking, hey, I've got a counter user that's going to do super effective damage against this dark type. But again, I wasn't thinking super clearly there. And so I was like, not even paying attention to the fact that literally all of the Umbreon's moves were going to be super effective against my Deoxys there. The old defense deoxys. DD, our friend DD. So they have a double dark team, and that includes Scrafty, which is going to do super effective damage to my whole team as well. So I didn't learn from the mistake of the first game quite as I should. But again, you keep trying, right? You keep trying. By the way, that first team was constructed with the idea that there were a lot of people running Walrein and Walrein counters, so I wanted to have Pokemon that could all beat Walrein put together. And building your entire team around trying to accomplish one objective is probably a bad idea. You should just try coming up with a team that has generally good composition. So that tells you a little bit about what I was thinking and where I went wrong when I was creating this team. Now here's where things started getting better. Trevenant's a decent lead. Walrein is what I wanted to feature, and it does cover some of the problematic areas for Trevenant, right? But it doesn't cover all of them. So I added Machamp in the back, and Machamp is, I think, a good fit here because it can deal super effective damage to dark types, but does not take super effective damage from either dark or fighting types, which is exactly what I needed in this particular team. So I shielded the... Okay, so I've gone completely off the rails, and we're not even talking about the actual video. So here we go with the actual commentary. The Talonflame is tough, right? But Trevenant beats it to the Shadow Ball. Then they swapped in Walrein. I was able to swap in my Shadow Walrein, and I called a bait, right? So I was able to call that bait and win the mirror match. And then this tells you how great Shadow Walrein is. This is supposed to be a showcase for it, right? So this is actually why you should think it's amazing and why it is amazing. Shadow Walrein beats the other Walrein in the mirror match, has enough energy left over for an Icicle Spear, which almost takes out the remaining health on that Talonflame, farms it down, and gets off another Icicle Spear. So even for a Shadow Pokemon, it is fairly bulky. Like, it's not Bastiodon or anything, but it's not super easy to take down, right? And now with Powdered Snow, it charges so fast. So Walrein's great. Here's another Shadow Walrein. That's a bad matchup for me, so I swap immediately into my own Walrein for the mirror match here, because I never go right into my hardest counter. I'll go usually into a soft counter. So they went with Earthquake, and I shielded, which I thought would make them feel comfortable using a shield, but instead they made a very nice catch onto their Azumarill. But you know what? That's fine, because in most circumstances, believe it or not, Walrein actually beats Azumarill. Of course, it depends on energy and shields and stuff, but Walrein generally pulls it out there. So I'm going to let this play rough through, because those bubbles, they are not all that threatening. So we're going to get to another Earthquake here. That does a lot of damage. And I do get to the Icicle Spear, but I lose CMP tie against the stupid Azumarill. So the Aqua Mouse takes us out, but that's fine because I can come back in with the Trevenant and farm down. And now I like this matchup against the opposing Walrein, which is Energy Dry at this point, by the way. I like that a lot better because I have Seed Bombs ready to go, energy built up against it, and we can still do a lot of damage there. I tried to snipe with my Machamp, but they are able to swap out, and they have a, whatchamacallit, a Swami Metacham here. And if y'all have seen any of my other videos, you know I love Payback Machamp. I love running Payback because things like that happen where the opponent is probably expecting Rock Slide, which is a reasonable assumption because that's what a lot of people run, but Payback just does an enormous chunk of health there. So I was still going to have a shield, and I could just Shadow Claw that Metacham down after the Payback landed. You love to see it. It is such a good feeling landing the Payback. So we are actually moving into some bonus battles now, and this is just to show you. So I didn't want to do a super long video where I did an entire extra set to show you the team. I like to keep these videos relatively brief compared to a lot of other Pokemon Go videos that are out there. So I did pick a couple of extra videos because basically I wanted you to see that once I stopped to think about what was going wrong on the team and tried to correct that, I actually started winning. And so if something's going wrong, stop playing for a little bit, take a breath, take some time, and get back into it, and I'm sure that things will go better for you, right? Don't give out on hope there. Okay, so we soft lose the mid-game matchup there, and that's okay. I did not want to use a shield against the Medicham. I wanted to be able to farm it down for energy with my Trevenant and bring that back in against the Nidoqueen, but yeah, they have a Bastiodon, and you know what? That's pretty good for us because you know who wrecks Bastiodon? It's Machamp, and no payback required, right? So the reason I swapped out of that Trevenant instead of trying to do a little extra Shadow Claw chip damage is because I figured they had some energy on the Nidoqueen, and they would force us to take a debuff with Poison Fang. So I thought maybe if I can have Machamp survive long enough, I can always switch out into the Trevenant, and if I sack the Trevenant, I'll be able to reset the debuff on Machamp because I got it out of the battle. But it turned out that I didn't need to because Machamp is a boss, and it completely destroyed that Bastiodon. Again, you love to see it. All right, so this is the last battle I'm going to showcase for you. This is another fun one. So we came up against A-Tails on the lead here, and A-Tails could be really bad for Trevenant, but it's actually running Charm, which is a lot better for me with that Trevenant lead. I swapped into Walrein to see what kind of counters they might have to our Ice type here, and usually it's something that can be pretty easily defeated by Trevenant, so that's helpful. But we get to 2 Icicle Spears before they get to a single charge move. 2 Icicle Spears before 1 charge move on the Mew. And I know we had a slight energy lead, but that's pretty amazing. And then we still had enough energy left over to throw another move at A-Tails. So that is why everyone should be working on building a functional Walrein, because it just gets, with Powder Snow, it gets to charge moves so fast. That Icicle Spear with Stab is really bananas, like absolutely an incredible move, a completely broken move, really. And there's a Swampert in the back, so that is why they were trying so hard to take out my Trevenant. Now they've got to land an Earthquake here if they want to take me out, and wouldn't you know it, they are running Sludge Wave, which leaves me with just a couple of HP, and Machamp gets its payback. But this was not a showcase for Machamp, even though I love Machamp with payback. It was a showcase for Walrein, which I hope that you enjoyed there. And, oh, do I have one more? Got one more bonus battle. Another bonus battle. Okay. Exciting stuff. I forgot about this. And, oh yeah, I included this because I actually won the lead. Go figure, right? It almost never happened, especially during these sets where I was trying to figure out a team for Walrein. So we win the lead, swap out into Walrein as the safe swap there, and we are up against a Drapion. I went ahead and let the first charge move through. I figured it would probably be a crunch based on the number of poison stings that had gone through. And if you have to tank a crunch, you want to tank the first one because it has a chance of debuffing your Pokemon. So you don't want to tank another crunch after you've been debuffed. That's real bad. So we narrowly lose the race to the next charge move, but that is okay by me because we can just farm down with Powder Snow and have, look at that, we are one move away from having 2 Icicle Spears, and they've got to worry about Earthquake, but apparently they don't. I guess Swampert doesn't care about Earthquake in their opinion. Or they were just calling a bait. Yeah, they were just calling a bait. That's fine, because I had 2 Icicle Spears ready, and they tried to Mudshot down, and not gonna happen. Not gonna happen with Walrein. So we are going to get to another Icicle Spear, and I have no idea what happened there, but apparently, even after they used their shield, they got their Swampert out of there and didn't tank damage. But no big dealio, because we are able to Shadow Ball the Flying Steel thing, the Skarmory, and then they stopped because we were going to have Trevenant with energy. So the Walrein team ended up working out. It just takes some time and process to find that team that's going to work best for you. So if something's going wrong, don't sweat it. Take a break. Think about what's been going wrong for the team, and I'm sure that you'll find some substitutes, especially with tools like PvPoke out there. And that should help you out, right? So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you had fun on Spheal Community Day and that you are enjoying using your newly available Walrein with elite moves. Again, I would love if you would leave a like for the video and leave a comment if you'd like to start a conversation with me, which I think could be really fun. I'll be working really hard to get some more videos ready for you soon. So I'll talk to you next time, trainers.